They say Palestine isn't in the Quran, but here's what they're hiding from you. Do not scroll, because what I'm about to reveal will challenge one of the most repeated statements you've seen online. Drop your comment and tell me what you think about this video. They say Israel is mentioned 44 times in the Quran, but Palestine, not even once. Sounds like a point, right? Like some kind of proof that the land belongs to one side and not the other. But what if I told you that this argument is built on deception, and that the truth hidden beneath it is far deeper, older, and more sacred than most people realize? Stay with me to the end, because once you hear this, you'll never look at that claim the same way again. Yes, it's true. The word Israel does appear more than 40 times in the Quran. But before you jump to conclusions, ask yourself, what does Israel even mean there? In the Quran, Israel is not a country. It's not a political state. It's not a modern flag or a government. It is the name of a man, the prophet Yaqub, known in English as Jacob, grandson of Abraham. And when the Quran says Bani Israel, it simply means the children of Israel, the descendants of Jacob, the ancient Israelite tribes. The Quran speaks of their trials, their prophets, their exodus from Egypt, their covenant with God. It praises them when they obeyed the truth, and it warns them when they turned away. But never, not once, does it speak of the modern state of Israel created in 1948. That concept didn't even exist. So quoting the Quran's 44 mentions as if it endorses a political claim is like saying the Bible supports modern Italy just because it mentions Rome. It's a distortion of language and history. Now let's tackle the second half of the claim. Palestine isn't mentioned in the Quran. At first glance, that's also true. But again, context is everything. The Quran doesn't use modern names. It speaks in the language of its time, 7th century Arabia. Do you see Jordan, Lebanon, or Iraq in the Quran? No, yet those lands existed. Instead, it describes sacred places by their divine status and geography. For example, in Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:21, Prophet Moses tells his people, "O my people, enter the holy land al-Ard al-Muqaddasa, which Allah has assigned to you." What is this holy land? It's the same land we today call Palestine, the land of prophets, the soil walked by Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, peace be upon them all. And in Surah Al-Isra 71, Allah speaks of the farthest mosque, Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, the very sanctuary in Jerusalem, the heart of Palestine. Glory be to him who took his servant by night from the sacred mosque to the farthest mosque, whose surroundings we have blessed. Those blessed surroundings? Again, that is Palestine. So no, the Quran does not mention the English word Palestine. Because when it was revealed, Palestine wasn't a political term. It was Bait al-Maqdis. It was Al-Ard al-Muqaddasa, the Holy Land. And just as the Quran doesn't call Mecca by its modern city name, but rather Bakka, or Rome as Rum, it doesn't need to say Palestine to establish the land's sanctity. The fact is, the Quran ties the holiness of that land not to nations or governments, but to God's will and the legacy of his prophets. It calls the land blessed, holy, and assigned. It commands us to honor it, not as property to be conquered, but as a trust to be protected. So the next time someone says Palestine isn't even in the Quran, you can answer them with confidence. It's there. Not in the name written on a modern map, but in every verse that calls that land sacred, blessed, and chosen for prophets. Because in the Quran, this isn't about politics. It's about truth, history, and divine purpose. And no matter how many times someone tries to erase a name, they can never erase what God himself has sanctified. Names change, borders shift, empires rise and fall. But Al-Ard al-Muqaddasa, the Holy Land, remains what it has always been, a land of prophets, a land of blessing, a land whose story did not begin in 1948 and will not end there either. Follow us for more.